Hi everybody, it's Christina and it is July the 4th today. So I want to wish all my American friends a happy Independence Day. We just celebrated Canada Day on Friday and I was lucky enough to have all 4 days off. So excited about that. I'm here in my kitchen and I'm going to make some biscotti. So a couple years ago in the summertime, I went to Monterey and I stayed at the Gosby House Inn and I bought one of their cookbooks and I have decided to try one of their recipes, and I thought, why not bring my camera out and make a little video. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some coffee that I purchased, and I'm going to turn the camera around so I'll show you the picture in the cookbook. Alright, so this is the cookbook here that I bought. It's called The Kitchen at Four Sisters Inn. And this is the recipe that I'm going to be making, almond cranberry biscotti. So over there in that bowl, I have already got the flour, what does it say? Flour, salt, and baking powder. And in this bowl, I've got olive oil, sugar, 2 eggs, vanilla extract, and almond extract. And over here, the recipe says 1 1/4 cups of whole unblanched almonds. I don't have any almonds. I don't feel like going to the store to get them, but I had this in the pantry. This is a munchie mix, so you can see it's got peanuts in here and lots of dried fruit and raisins. So I took my, whatever this pounder thing is, and I pounded the bag just so I could break up some of the peanuts into smaller pieces. So I'm going to use that instead. And there's my cranberries. So yeah, I pretty much just need to mix this and this and this and this all together. So I'll show you that in a second as I have to roll it and slice it so it looks like that. But now let's move on over to the coffee maker. There's my new mug I bought not long ago. Good days. Oh, it's got coffee spills all over it. Good days start with coffee. Some of my favorite coffee, I have a favorite by Starbucks. This is also a favorite of mine called the Pioneer Coffee, or Pioneer Gourmet Coffee. And this is local coffee here. It's all organic from the Okanagan in Kelowna. And each coffee has a little legend behind it. Like this one is called Lady Aberdeen. That's what I'm making right now. It's got sweet caramels and a hint of tropical vanilla. This one is called Kaposi Java, and it is a dark roast, full body spice with sweet hints. And then it tells you on the side of the bag here a little bit about the different coffees. So mine is almost done here. The little beeper's going to go off in a sec. Alright, I'm just going to mix up the sugar and the egg and the olive oil and the extracts. And now I'm going to stir in the flour mixture just until all of it's blended. Then I'm going to take my cranberries, put those in there, and then some mixed nuts, and fold that in till it's all mixed. Alright, so I'm going to take this out, put it on the wax paper, separate it into 2 mounds, and I'm going to roll it into 2 long logs. There are the 2 logs. I've got them on my baking tray and I lined it with parchment paper. So I have my oven preheated to 300 degrees and I'm going to bake this now for 25 minutes. And while that's baking, I'm going to grab my coffee. And by the way, it tastes delicious. I'm drinking it black, and that is a good sign. If I can drink coffee black, that means the coffee, to me anyways, is delicious. Oven is beeping. That means the biscotti is ready. So it's been 25 minutes. I'm going to pull it out of the oven. The biscotti is lightly cracked. It's a little bit brown. So now I'm going to let it cool for about 10 or 15 minutes before I start to slice it. So here's my biscotti slices. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. The recipe calls for all-purpose flour. I did use all-purpose flour, but only half. I mixed the other half with coconut flour, and coconut flour is gluten-free, so it tends to be, if you bake gluten-free, for me anyways, recipes tend to be a little bit drier. But for the most part, it sliced pretty good. It didn't fall apart. I used this knife. It's a serrated knife, and I cut it really slowly. And my husband does not particularly like biscotti because it's always so hard. So normally you would bake it now like this for about 10 minutes, take it out of the oven, and then turn these over and bake it again. But I don't particularly like hard biscotti either. So I'm now going to bake it at 275 for 12 minutes. Oh, Indy, you're such a pretty girl. Yeah. Okay, moving the camera up. Biscotti is ready. I baked these longer than 12 minutes because the beeper was going off and I don't know where I was. But I think they baked for about 15 minutes, so they're not too overly done, so they won't be too crunchy for my husband or too hard. And yeah, so over here I've got some tea and cute little teapot here that I picked up at the thrift store not long ago. My sister is on her way over and we're going to have biscotti and tea. I'm going to share the recipe on my blog, so I will link down below. And I think I need to make another recipe from this book because there's all kinds of wonderful recipes in here. So I'm going to say goodbye. I hope everyone had a fabulous day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching, everyone.